Games under your belt now after Salt Lake City?
Um, Still feeling pretty new to the whole environment. Obviously summer league is a small sample size of everything that's to learn, and it's all a process. So I'm feeling like a new student almost, and just going through the process of learning the teachers' names and learning my classmates' names and the lunch lady names and everything. So
Who's the lunch lady in this equation?
I don't know, somebody probably Layla.
What do you know about Daniel Dixon so far?
Daniel Dixon?
Yeah,
No idea who is that.
you're a coach.
Oh, Coach Daniel. I mean, I ain't know his whole government name. Nah, he's a smart coach. Obviously, in the little time that I've been here, I've been picking all the coaches' brains, and he's been, actually like in my first couple practices and things when I'm trying to get the hang of it, done actually a great job at pulling me over and explaining to me like different things and like the nuances of the game and things maybe I don't see. So now that he's running the show, we're gonna be good. I mean, Coach Cam was good too, but Coach Dan's a good coach.
Yeah, I guess what are the differences between him and Cam, and what have things been like since he started running the show, as you said?
I mean, they're not different. They're not that much different. I mean, they, very similar in their approach and how they communicate things. And I think they both just understand the game at a really high level. So I think for me as a rookie and all the other players and things, I think we just respect both of them where they come from.
Speaking of just learning the guys, what's it been like being out on the court with AJ so far?
It's been good. He's been a constant for us. He's been a guy that's brought it every day, kind of being neutral through it all. And I think he's really propelled our team and led us in a good way. Especially like in the game where everyone doesn't play great on that last game, but he's just right there doing what he does. So he's been great for us.
What are some of the areas you felt more comfortable in, and then what are some things you think have been kind of harder to make the jump to?
I just say I've been comfortable just in like my vision of the game, seeing the plays, and my reads and things when it comes to passing and things like that. I think when it comes to learning, you just still got to go through the process of when it comes to probably scoring the ball and different things. Having the ball in your hands at the NBA level is very different than college. A lot more space, a lot of different things, different level of athletes in a way. So you got to be able to outthink the game and understand your pace in a lot of different areas. This could be a real complex answer, but I think it's all about just understanding the pace of the game and knowing when to pick your spots. I think that's the biggest thing that I got to keep pushing at, and it'll happen. I mean, we 3 games in, so it's not end of the world.
You played 3 games in 3 nights. You remember the last time you did 3 games in 3 days?
No. No, I mean, that's had to been since AAU. I've done like in the Big Sky tournament, we were supposed to play 3 games in 3 nights if we made it to the championship. But, my junior year, I played 50 minutes in double overtime. We was supposed to play a third game after that. I don't know how I would have did that. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't been since probably AAU days.
How your legs feel after?
I feel fine. Yeah, I'm not a complainer. Yeah.
Other than what you described about having the ball in your hands and it being different at this level, what are some of those other nuances that you mentioned Daniel has tried to explain to you?
Just like on the defense side of the ball, understanding where to be. A lot of schemes that we're doing are very different from in college. Like, just the different schemes that they're implementing is just like very different from the college game. Like where the low man help comes from, where the plug guy is, like how we're gonna shrink on certain guys, shrink off certain guys, knowing personnel, when to get over or under, all those different things. I think in the NBA game, you got to really understand it because any little small mistake is going to get maximized. So you just got to try to limit those as much as possible.
What about for you personally? Obviously, you had some time with the Thunder organization last year, but how valuable is this time for you personally?
It's been amazing. Last year I wasn't able to play summer league, so to be out there with these group of guys and just have this experience has been amazing. But obviously understanding what the Thunder expect out of me and just trying to be a leader out there, communicating and going out there and lead by example.
What's it felt like since Daniel kind of took the reins?
It's nothing new, to be honest. We all hold the same standard, and he's been around for a long time learning, and I feel like he's been born for this. So we're excited to have him, coach us in Vegas, and obviously Coach Cam will be around to continue to help and everything, but nothing changed.
When you say he was born for this, why do you say that?
I just feel like he's a natural born leader. His communication. I feel like he's helped me immensely just in having a relationship and connecting with the players. So I think he's going to do a great job. We're excited to have him.
And how would you describe your relationship with him that you built over time?
Ours is more faith-driven, both of us being Christians, but being able to, talk about our faith and talk about things outside of basketball is very important in being able to step away. So having somebody that you can communicate with and we can push each other and hold each other accountable is amazing. So
Short time, but how different is his style from Cam's?
I honestly can't say. I can't say about the styles yet, but both of them are excellent in terms of holding everybody accountable, understanding what the Thunder expect out of all of us, and just making sure we hold the same standard as if we're playing on a 82 game season. So,
What have you noticed from Dillon so far here in the 3 games you've been able to play with him?
I think his voice. Everybody sees what he can do on the court, but the fact that he comes in immediately and make sure his presence is felt and he communicates. He's a high volume leader. Like you will never go a day without hearing Dillon on the court. So that's exciting to have. We're thankful that we were able to even get him. So.
And a few people now have described him as like the ultimate competitor. Just do you have like a story or any moments that stand out to you in seeing that come out of him?
Everybody saw it the other game, but we haven't had a lot of time together. But you could tell from the minute you step on the court with a guy like him, he's ready to go bat for bat, whatever it takes to win. So,
What about AJ? What have you seen from him?
man, he's high level, man. His ability to be able to control the game, push the pace, and find quality shots at the end of the day. With summer league and everybody trying to show their capabilities and what they're able to do, he still plays within the team, within the game. So,
This being your first summer league experience and you being one of the leaders on this team, like, does it feel a little different being in a situation that you're not even used to, but still being one of the leaders?
I think the G League prepared me a lot for moments like this. Obviously, once we got together with the G League, I had a lot of new guys, and over time we were able to get more connected and in sync. But this is we had 3-4 days before this, so it's really just a matter of doing whatever we can to play hard and compete and communicate out there. The rest will take care of itself.
On Usman Jang. Had a great, time in Utah. He'll be done playing games, right? Moving forward, it's kind of the plan that we've, had all along for him and guys in the previous past, like we did with Jalen Williams, similar deal. So he will work out with the vets this week, and he'll get some work in with those guys. Just want to provide that update.
So what's maybe the plan for guys like Dillon and AJ, if you could speak to that?
Everybody's got their own individual plan, right? So we're just, we're in constant communication every single day. So, that'll be communicated to those guys, and we'll get to communicate to you guys as well.
Daniel, after 3 games in Salt Lake City, what's the goal? What's the priority during this stretch here in Vegas?
Just to continue with the process, not getting bored of the process. I think just continuing to stack days and get better every single day is what we're after. Every guy is in a different place on our roster, and we're just trying to help them get to the best place for them individually.
What about for you personally? This is a really cool opportunity to be able to head up Vegas Summer League. What's this like for you?
It's amazing. I'm extremely grateful. And, it's something, obviously, it's like a dream. So I'm really grateful that the organization put me in this position. And they're constantly investing in my development, which is a great thing.
You got any advice from Cam about any tips about coaching Summer League?
Yeah, a lot. He thinks I can be long-winded at times, so he's like, be a little shorter. So, he's great. He's been awesome. He's a great support system for me. He's just an awesome guy.
How would you describe your coaching style?
I guess we'll find out. You know what I mean? But no, I think I just like to bring a lot of energy. And the biggest thing is focusing on development of these guys. I think that's the biggest passion that I have, is just to, help these guys get to where they want to get to. It's a delicate time in their, careers. And so I'm able and fortunate enough to be in this position to help them try and get a little bit closer to what their goal is.
You have a lot of guys from the G League that you're an assistant coach with them. Does that make it a little easier to be out here being the head coach?
Yeah, it's good for those guys, and it just speaks to the organization's continuity. I think, it's really good for those guys to be in the system and then be able to come out here and, compete at a high level. So I think it's a great thing.
I mean, for you. Sorry. For you, is it easier being the head coach for you, being around guys that you're used to already?
Maybe a little bit. I'm definitely familiar with the guys, so I have a relationship and a rapport with them. So maybe a little bit.
What have you noticed from the rookies after those first 3 games in Salt Lake City? Does it seem like they're getting a little bit more comfortable out
It
there?
really does. I think they pick up on things extremely quick. They're very fast learners, and I think the way that they've plugged into the team has been the most impressive thing to me. You just watch the communication every single day. You watch the support that they give guys even when they're out of the game. I think that's the most impressive thing to me. Coming in the door right away and just plugging yourself right into the team.
Obviously, you'll spend a lot more time with AJ during the G season. What have you been most encouraged by just watching him this past week?
He's an extreme competitor, and I think that's the first thing. Like when he steps on the floor, you know exactly what you're going to get from him. He's going to compete every night. He's going to take care of all the little things in the game, which I think is a really valuable, transferable skill.
I don't know if you caught this in real time. I imagine you maybe seen the clip by now, but on day 2 of Salt Lake, when Bryce Sensabaugh was clapping in Dillon Jones' face, and Dillon, reset and hit the 3 in his face and started talking back. Like how, from what you've seen, how well does that describe or summarize the Dillon Jones experience?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely haven't been on social media, so I probably missed the clip. But, Dillon's a competitor. He's an ultra competitor, same thing as AJ. So, every single time he steps on the floor, he's going to compete.